2, what?
And welcome back to Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast, episode 305.
Not
305?
3305, but 305. Absolutely.
3005? 3005?
Mr. 305.
What area? 305, the area code for 305 area code is the area code for Florida,
Miami.
Miami. Bruno,
It's crazy
I've
that
entered.
that's the first time we've thought about that and looked it up like that.
Yeah. New segment. The math is getting harder. 305. So if you take 4 and you just forget about it and you don't know what comes between 3 and 5, you're just like, I don't know, 0, 3, 5. Man, that made
Sorry,
me
died.
that one made him. That was bad, apparently.
If you take the 3 and the 0, so you take 3 and then there's 2 letters, you add them together, that makes 5.
Oh, damn. I love it. Send that one. Ship it up. Package it up in the Hall of Fame. You know, if I win this Williams contest to have a VIP experience in Miami,
Oh.
tickets for 2. I'm not taking Madeline because I don't need to have to re-explain the whole idea of F1 to her. You better hope I win.
All right. Well,
we'll be sitting on a fake boat while the boys watch us.
I don't know whether to have hope from your past or think that your luck is all used up already for this.
Oh, you would be so fucking embarrassed of me because I'd be pulling up the picture of like, oh, my name was on a car. Can I
Oh
have
yeah,
that?
you know that car last year? Yeah, that was me.
That was me. So can I have that? Is that laying around here? But so, hi Bruno.
Hi Nick.
I got things this week.
You got things. All right.
I got things and stuff.
Stuff and things.
I feel bad that I cut you off yesterday, but I told you stop talking to me.
You did. It was brutal.
I learned that I can spend my hard-earned survey money on YouTube super chats, which is a cool thing because that's something I can do on varying it's not like something that's reoccurring, but I can dump $1 or 2 at times to get like a comment or like a shout out type thing.
Sure.
So I'm really happy with that discovery in life. However, I know you have a lot of money and you might not do that. So I asked you the question, what apps are good that are paid? Because I look for good paid apps and all they are like either apps that you need like a $10.99 a month subscription. And I'm not saying we're broke, but like we're not that rich. We get like
No, I don't like subscriptions. Like just straight up.
So I was asking you what paid apps are good out there, but that are just paid, not like a subscribing paid, just like a one and done.
So I'm looking a bit. I'm gonna scroll through my order history. Apparently,
you don't need a weather app because you got your own weather app.
I do, and I like my weather. I use Weather Underground. Still like it. Still find it to be very reliable, even if you don't have your own weather station. But I plug mine into it.
I like them.
So let's start in the content ingestion as far as books go. Smart audiobook player, bought that. Load up some audiobook files, they work. Pocket Casts for podcasts, I like that one. Moon Plus Reader for any books like EPUBs or the like. It's my favorite.
Your smart audiobook thing that like actually tracks where you are, like I assume it's better than just a media player. Like instead of launching a VLC where you're just like forgetting, it actually keeps marks and metadata on how far you've actually read.
For instance, I opened it up and this is my fucking hell. This is my screen. So I get the book cover, I get a book progress at the top with times, like how much is left, how much you've read. I get chapter selection at the bottom, and I've got buttons for 10 seconds and a minute of like
Okay.
skips.
Now those are
And like
I'm
speeds and a sleep timer.
yep.
It's
So
it's like literally everything you could ever want.
that's great. Like okay, so all those features I have in Audible, but that's like a paid like that's actually a
Sure,
paid legit service that like I'm very happy with. But that seems like an app that's doing that all. Not it's not free, but like you're probably
it's
getting
the
the books from
player
like
for if you have somewhere that you're getting the books from.
right. So that's cool. That was my big hesitation of non-official audiobooks was like I'm not gonna like note down every time I fucking stop this book.
Yeah, no, I understand that. My favorite file browser is Solid Explorer, and it's mostly for one reason. It's
Hmm.
the fact that I click a button and my phone starts an FTP server. So on my computer, I have a mapped FTP server to my phone that I click that button from my quick settings and then just browse to it on my computer and can drag and drop stuff in. Um,
You should be using SFTP. Thank you.
Local only servers, it'll be okay. Unified remote, I like that one. Basically lets me do fancy things to my computer with my phone. Like I can view the screen or get like media control buttons. Like for instance,
Uh,
if I want to use these headphones and walk around the house, I can have like media buttons.
I thought you were gonna say at first it was like a TV remote, so you could change the channel for your dad whenever he's
No,
like can't
other way
find the
around.
remote. Where's
Torque
that
Pro.
damn remote? And you're like, I don't fucking care. I'm just changing the damn channel for you.
I have Torque Pro and an OBD2 reader for any vehicles. Like if I want to read codes on a car, I could do that.
Yeah, good luck on your Jeep. They like fucking code those codes now.
Oh, do they? I never
Not
tried
really,
yet.
but I'll tell you this. They were like, oh man, we have to both read a code and then we have to diagnose the I think they're making it harder to do things on your own. So
They
I'd be
are
curious.
for sure.
I'd be curious how easy it is when you have to find. I'm assuming one day because you'll probably have that truck till it like it's dead. So probably one day you'll probably have to read a code on it. I'm curious on what that process will be on it. Um,
I use. I think I use Nova Launcher. I'm pretty sure I changed my launcher. I could be wrong though. Now I don't remember at all. Did I change my launcher? No, I don't think I did. I didn't on this phone. I was going to try the Samsung one. Okay. Scratch that. Nova Launcher is really good though. I would recommend it if you feel like a launcher. And I have like just random ass games. I don't know.
I would put
But
money in games. I
I
know
bought.
for 100% fact, mobile games used to be like you could put $1 in, you get some sweet shit. Now any like kind of fun mobile game,
Is like
you have to
just
put a
feed me money with a.
well, it's like you have to put a $10 in just to get like
Yeah.
basic bitch shit. Remember
I
when
bought.
99 cent?
So I was on. I was on the gun. Like they were gonna take some of my credits because I haven't been spending any. So I was like, shit. Okay. So I bought Stardew Valley.
On your phone.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but it felt good. It runs really well. Like it's good, but I don't know if I'm gonna play it on my phone.
I think I've said this before. I love the whole concept of Stardew Valley, but I can only play I can only do year one. I
Not a
there
big grind it out person.
I don't know why, but that game, if there's like a drop off of like my entertainment
Mm-hmm.
after year one, it hits off a goddamn cliff into
I
like
feel
the
like I'm the
marina
same, to
trench.
be honest with you.
Cause like
I can't
I don't want to
remember ever really doing much in a year two.
like I not that I want to trash the game because I think it's a great game. It's just like when year two starts, it just feels like the same. There's not different events. The events
Kinda
are kind of
is.
like I said this to Burry. He's like, "Shut your mouth." I'm like, still like the Easter egg hunt is at least a mini game. Like the weird dances that you have to show up to like every like
It's like pick
season.
someone.
Yeah, but like there's no mini games. There's no like
No,
one
yeah.
time like I don't know. I hope now. I think I'm in the wrong because I think the game became something huge and everyone seems to like that.
Yeah. Also think that I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you probably played it a long time ago. There's a lot more content now.
Yeah, but I still don't. The second spring hits and I'm just like, eh.
Well, the second spring hits and you hop on the boat and leave town and go to the island.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm hoping his second game is like he like just kills it.
Sure. I mean, maybe.
But yeah, I don't know. Uh, I uh I don't get ever excited to play Terraria again. Not that I don't enjoy Terraria, but it's just like there's only so
That's
many
a good
times.
one. Don't you talk bad about Terraria.
I won't talk about
I
it,
could
but there's
play that for 2 days tomorrow.
you could, but I don't know. Something about like we got so good at it.
You know what's interesting? In our whole group of friends, no one here is like a builder. No one goes into Terraria and makes a fancy looking house or Minecraft.
Whoa. The last time I played Minecraft with you boys, I made that nice ass farmhouse.
Okay, you did.
If you had that shitty ass farm that looked like crap,
That's fair.
I came
But
in,
like that's like a once in a while like I feel like there are people out there that spend their time playing games building. You're not one
yeah,
of those.
no.
It's
I
almost
can kind of do
surprising.
it.
Sure. But it's like
I have no
the
no
right
desire.
mood has to be there and you got to
Yeah.
make it happen and
Uh, it's such a weird personality to have. Because I don't think it matches like the personality, like because that'd be I don't know. I guess the closest thing to say about it is it would be the guy that's like an anti-Eric, where instead of like grinding 480 matches a league this season, it's they'd be launching Minecraft every night and like rebuilding the
working
same house.
working for 12 hours.
I
Yeah, I don't know.
just or maybe if her wasn't ADHD,
Mm.
her
Mhm.
is probably the builder, but his ADHD
Yep.
takes over.
He never has the time like
How
I
many
don't
new
I
cities have
don't
you seen
think
him
he
start?
hundreds.
Hers,
And I don't think that's an exaggeration.
my aversion to like anything past year one in Stardew is hers aversion to like launching a city up a second time.
He just asked me the other night about he wanted a name for something. No, he asked me to name a color green.
Colored green.
Like, name a color of green,
Okay.
but like not green. Make it a. I said mint, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Great, I'm here with." I forget what the name was, but it was a Rimworld tribe, and he's like, "All right, it's Mint Mountain." I was like, "Great,
Dead. He launches a new
I'll
thing of
hear about that
RimWorld.
one again for
He
sure."
launches a new game of RimWorld. He makes it like 15 minutes in. The second event happens is like get mauled by animals. He loses half his people. He's like, "Oh
And
boys,
he's
this is not
playing with
looking."
one person, and he still loses half his people.
And he's like, "Oh boys, this isn't looking good." He dies and he closes the game. I I think he would be a builder if like we threw some Adderall in him and just like let him cook.
The man can't play the same game for 30 minutes. How do you get in a building mind frame when you're playing for 20 minutes at a time?
Adderall.
That's the only way, I guess.
Man, no one will give me Adderall
Why is that?
because I'm pretty open about how it's the one prescription drug I do want to abuse. I don't need Adderall, but like that's the whole fun part of like wanting it.
No, it'd be like that sometimes.
The I'd love to wake up on a Saturday, just take an Adderall, and just like see how the day takes me. For all I know,
You
I'd have the most perfect like fucking lines cut in my grass. I'd
you need
be
to get
like,
some of that next time we're getting Factorio. Put
I
you on
just,
overdrive.
I just like I just what was it? I was saying this this is my like always been my shtick of like this. So like I was saying it in college once, and the woman or like it was this girl. She was kind of pissing me off. She's like, "I'm on Adderall. Why you don't need Adderall? Or, like it won't do anything." I'm like, "No, no, no. It doesn't do anything for you because you need Adderall." See, my
It
brain,
it it makes you
my
normal.
yeah,
What'll it
Adderall
do
like
to me?
Adderall levels you out. I get it. It doesn't feel like it's doing anything for you, but I want to abuse it because I don't need it, and I want to be fucking messed up with prescription focus and just see where the day takes me,
Prescription focus.
man. So yeah, that's my dream.
Screw legalizing weed. Legalize Adderall.
Bro, I mean, it
Would
can't be
would
the
that
worst.
make the appeal disappear if it was legal?
No, like I just like that can't be the
Okay.
worst thing I put into my body. Like out of everything I'm gonna possibly do in life, that isn't gonna be the worst thing. You know, what was it? Oh, I'm still playing offense on this whole like vaping thing.
What do you mean?
I was at the dentist today,
Yeah.
and they're like going over your history, and they were like, "Do you smoke?" I'm like, "Oh, just socially. I vape socially." And like, when's that? I'm like, "Ah, anytime. I'm just like hanging out with a group of friends." And I'm like, "Oh, it varies, you know. I have to. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it while I'm by myself. I'm just gonna like, it's when like me and a group of friends are talking, probably for a couple hours." And they're sitting here like, "Oh, that can't be that often." But I'm over here being like, "Well, yeah, Discord counts."
That if you would have said that to them, that would have been shoo.
No, see, I just say I do it socially.
Yeah.
Now,
No,
socially,
I do it socially. And but put in quotations on their Discord counts.
yeah. So, again, I'm playing the fence on that one. Still, I probably have another
Oh,
year or
that's
two. Probably have a year or two before I have to go to an actual doctor for a checkup. Last time I went for like my checkup, I had established care because I haven't had care for like years. The
okay.
doctor showed up and was like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just needed like care." And she's like, "Yeah, but you're a 25-year-old male. Like, what do you think you need?" I'm like, I don't know." And then she said, "I'll see you in like 3 years." Like,
Fair.
okay. I'm like, "Ah, yeah, fuck it."
Great.
Yep. Um. Yeah, that was again. Because I think even when that one was like, "Oh, do you smoke?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just cigars, like socially." And she's like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "Ah, probably like I have a wedding coming up in a month. I'll probably like have one or two there." And she's like, "That's fair."
I mean, I feel like that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what a doctor would say to that.
Yep. So yeah, man, I'm still riding on my high from the dentist. Not an actual high because of any work done, but like I was sitting there, and I feel like I take good care of my teeth. I like brush twice a day. I do mouthwash. I do like
Mm-hmm.
the floss picks and stuff. Like I feel like I actively put work into making my teeth like healthy. They're still like stained. I don't know why. I think my teeth are just easily stained.
Yeah.
So I feel like they aren't clean, but like it is what it is. But man, the hygienist was there like cleaning them. She's like, "Oh, these look great." Like, "Oh, damn,
Nice.
that's nice." The actual dentist guy comes in and like he's like, anything to complain about?" I'm like, "No, I just no, nothing seems out of sorts." And then he asks like the hygienist, he's like, "Anything of note?" She's like, "Nope, his teeth are exceptional."
Nice.
I'm like, "Oh shit, my teeth are exceptional." So
Sweet.
I'm riding off that high of like, damn, I got good teeth.
Very nice. Not British.
I'm not British, so yeah, had to. You, so they have when I was younger, fluoride used to be like a foam you put like in a tray and your mouth sat in like the foam for like a minute,
I
and then
don't
you drink
remember
it.
that ever. No,
You never get a fluoride treatment?
not foam like that. I know
That
fluoride, but it was always like swish and spit.
was your fluoride.
I don't know, man.
Now fluoride, it's like a thing that's actually like a treatment.
I
Like
don't.
this
I
is
know.
and you've got
Yeah,
you okay, and
yeah.
yours was like a swish and spit.
I everything that I remember, yeah.
Okay, so younger and not even that long ago, like 8 years ago, like fluoride to a point was like it was a foam you put in these mouth guard trays and you put in your mouth and it just sat there and it like dissolved onto your teeth. This new fluoride or this different fluoride that this guy started using last time and this time I went is like I I can only describe it as like they have this kit and it's not JB Weld, but it kind of like they crack it and they get a little like stick and they rub it on your teeth and it's like makes your teeth tacky
Mm,
and it sits on your teeth for a while. But like now I'm not supposed to brush my teeth tonight and all this shit. But like,
mm.
do you have to take fluoride pills in school?
No,
Hmm.
no.
Madeline did because I like found this. So I grew up where they put fluoride in my water because I had public water. Which I know you don't
Okay,
have.
no.
Um, but she grew up and she had well water. Like I assume you have. Like you
I
just
do.
said, yes. But apparently in elementary school, they like got in fucking line every so often. I don't know, like every day I think that was, and they just got like a fluoride pill.
No, I don't. No,
Yeah, I don't. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, oh, you
I
took
don't even.
you got your pill, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like sitting here like, what are you talking about? You just got a pill, and they were feeding like, what? You just got pills, and like, oh, here's your fluoride, and I'm like, what? I just got it was in my water, bro. I have high fluoride here and chlorine. I love my water here. Got that
Yeah.
nice. I'm gonna be really sad if I have to leave this supplied water because it has that crisp chlorine taste to it. Oh, it's so good.
Mm, yummy.
I can't describe to you how
I
much
know
I
what you're
enjoy.
talking about, but I just.
Oh, I love it. A little bit of chlorine just crisps up the water. It tastes. You get
Mm,
that like nice.
fun.
Yeah. Well, is
Mm-hmm.
yours is
And
just so calcified.
probably, yeah. I gotta chew it when it goes down.
It's like you're drinking chalk. Ooh, I do like a little bit of. I like a little irony water. I do like when it has a little tinge of like some iron in it.
I don't know if I would be able to tell the difference if you put everything in front of me. Like, I wouldn't be able to
Uh,
tell you what a taste. I would probably be able to tell that they're different, but not what the different is.
The irony taste, there's something metallic. You would just know it just like tastes metallic-y.
I might do better than I think too. Now that I'm
The
thinking about it.
chlorine, you would 100% think like swimming pool and be like, why am I drinking like pool water? And then like soft water is just it's weirdly soft. It like has a weird it has like a weird coating on your tongue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Um yeah, I'm pretty happy with my chlorine water.
Speaking of things that require water,
Yeah,
I don't
golf
think I
carts.
told. No, not that. I got my truck inspected the other day, right?
Yep.
And they asked me like, "Hey, do you want a car wash? You want us to run it through the car wash?" I said, "Sure, why not?"
You're a brave man.
Well, I don't have shit hanging off my truck to get broken. Okay?
Do you not have lights hanging off your truck?
No.
I thought you installed extra lights on that thing.
Yeah, one of them is my backup lights, which are tucked into the bumper.
I thought
In
you had
like
a bar up top.
no, no,
Did you want a bar up top and you just talked about that at some point?
probably, but they're like so expensive.
Yeah, but you want it.
Yeah, I do. They're like $2,000, Nick.
I don't know. At this point, I think you're gonna have the truck for 10 to 15 years. So now,
Um, I had my last truck for 9, so probably not unreasonable to think. Anyways, got my truck inspected, car wash, sure, why not? Motherfuckers, I think they ran my truck through the car wash at 30 miles an hour.
it's not ideal.
It looks worse than before it went through. You know, okay, picture a tailgate, right?
Hmm.
The center foot and a half of it didn't even get wet in the car wash.
You know,
How the fuck do you do that?
you know, your car's so big.
It goes through at the same speed as everything else.
It's so big. There's so much water that needs to hit it.
Jesus Christ.
Um, what I had, oh, I finally got a new rear wiper blade. I have never changed the rear wiper blade on my car, and mine
They're
sucks.
very neglected, I think.
Yeah, mine absolutely fucking sucks.
I had a
Cause
rear
like
windshield wiper once.
after like two swipes, it like pushes enough water that it just dries. So it goes.
Okay, help me understand why like you have to roll dice to decide if you put a rear windshield wiper on a car.
SUVs.
I know, but like why? What's so different that you need it on an SUV and you don't on a sedan
I can only
or a
tell you
pickup truck?
pickup truck's easy because he
I
doesn't have
mean, they're
that
pretty
dumbass
flat,
like
so they go off, I
yeah,
guess.
and so it's all about like I think the aerodynamics and the kick up of the water.
Mm,
So
okay,
your
fair,
truck,
maybe.
your window's up and your kick out's bad, and like the water over like that. Your back window's probably almost never like wet unless it's like weirdly blowing from
Yeah,
behind
there's
you in the
there's like a
water.
circle turbulent bullshit going on back there, I think.
So truck, I think it's just dumb. Sedan, because the the angle of the mirror is so flat. I still think you're getting a lot of the pull over, and then you're not getting as much kick up.
Nick, you're making a lot of sense now that I actually think about it.
So, and then so with sedans, it's like a lot of extra stuff to cram in a spot that doesn't have that much space. So I
Yeah.
think it just isn't as needed. But like the SUV, because you're already putting a bunch of electronics for like an electric tailgate and all that shit. Whoa,
Mm-hmm.
what's the car that I think is so cool? Oh, the Toyota 4Runners.
So,
They have
yeah.
their back glass just like the whole thing goes down and it's automated.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's just extra room for electronics back there.
True. I always did like those windows.
I,
The
d-
the like power rear windows.
I miss in my Escape. It wasn't a power window, but I miss being the ability to only open up my window.
Oh, the two-part hatch thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that it's super useful, but at times
I,
when you just want to throw something in the back.
it's one of those things that I forgot like existed because it was on every car and then it was on none of them for some reason. That's weird.
The electric hatches because they went up.
Yeah.
People say without I don't know. I hate not that I hate the electric hatch. It's useful at times when I get groceries and stuff, but I hate having to wait for it, and I feel bad of like trying to like you don't feel
Yep.
right like
No,
forcing
it
it.
doesn't.
Like yikes. But whatever, I'll live. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Are your mirror no? I what?
What?
Are your mirrors heated on your VG?
I think so.
It's not a trick question. I just didn't know if they were or not.
I think they are.
Because like I know you have shitty doors.
There's a lot of wires in them fucking plugs in my doors.
Um,
I think they are because I think I have the icon thing on it.
they could be. That's something they do. I just again I don't know if your doors are shitty or not.
Yeah, it's tied to my rear window defroster
Yes. Yep. Okay. Again, I just
because I
didn't know.
also have one of those.
Just didn't know
The
if.
only the only plug it's in my whole roof. I have this one little plug that I gotta undo.
Yep. Um. But anyways, you're a pen guy, right?
Yep,
You like your pens?
I do. I have some fancy pens. I have some fountain pens.
What's your pencil grip?
The only one that's not special looking in that list.
What are you talking about?
Some of the. Where's a fucking pen?
What are you talking about? Special.
Some of those look crazy. You're telling me that somebody holds. What fucking finger even is that? Is that. Nick, what is that?
You're not holding whatever you're doing. You're not
I
holding it
am
right.
holding it exactly the way they're showing it.
You're not holding it right.
Exactly.
The lateral quadruple.
Exactly.
That's this.
That's the same thing I'm doing. They got the
I
thumb over top. Do you hold a pencil like that?
I do the lateral tripod. Is my go-to.
Okay, what's the difference between the lateral tripod and the dynamic tripod?
Dynamic tripod is just a pinch.
Oh.
The lateral tripod is you're adding your middle finger as like a support to the
Okay,
pinch.
yeah. That picture is terrible for that, though.
So
Because that
dynamic
looks
tripod is I
fucked up.
think a pinch. Lateral tripod is where you're adding the middle finger as like a
Yeah.
support finger.
Yes, that's what I do.
Dynamic quadruple is like you're doing the dynamic. You're adding two fingers instead of the one.
That one
And then
feels just really weird.
the lateral quadruple is I think your ring finger is becoming the resting finger, and then your both index and middle finger are like the driving.
The
You're
fact
adding
that the
your
thumb. Okay, their picture of the lateral tripod sucks, and I figured out why. It's the thumb.
the thumb doesn't feel like it's in the right spot.
Like, their their picture shows it like this, that I'm like gripping the pen with a fist.
Yeah, no, it should be back.
My
It's
thumb is a part of the scenario here
well, I
when I
think
hold a pen.
I'm assuming this is still considered a lateral tripod. It's the same concept. It's just not as like fist clenched.
I guess. That's a bad picture.
Well, cause like maybe it's not. Um, but again, lateral tripod.
Okay, I got a follow-up question for you. How
Yeah,
adept are you with chopsticks?
I can use them for objects. I can't use them for rice.
I can manage rice. It's not pretty, but I can manage.
I
It's got to
not
be sticky rice too.
not
Like it
sticky
can't
rice
be.
though. I'm gonna say
I'm not picking up fucking. I can pick up grains of rice, but I'm not eating like that.
right, and I'm talking about like I'm at like a fried rice or like I'm at like a I don't know. Not like a rice that like if I pick up a chunk of it's gonna be sticking together. I'm like
I think that's
I
the
sure
only rice you can eat with chopsticks. I don't think they're
right,
eating that rice. Like
but that other
a
rice is still like an
gran.
Asian rice.
They gotta get
Fried
the
rice,
spoon out or something, man. I don't
fried
know.
rice is still fried rice. Like that's still Asian, right? When I order Chinese food,
Is
I get
Eric in Discord? No.
when I order Chinese food, I get fried rice, and I think that's Asian. And like
It is. I just don't know. Or okay, and this might be true. I think it's a two-handed operation when you get into rice like that. It's like shovel with the chopsticks from the bowl to mouth,
yeah, and like
or like
it's
a
not even like
like a
using them at that
push.
point.
Exactly.
So I was talking about this last week because I got pho on Friday. I love a pho.
Okay.
Um, and that's why I brought up the whole like you seem like a sport guy to me. Um, feels like a
Hmm.
spoon is just universal. Like sure, no one can agree on a fork, but it seems like a spoon is just like
I can eat
even.
basically anything with a fucking spoon.
But like even like the Asian culture, they just agreed you just need like a spoon type thing. Like it's a little
Yeah.
bit fancier, but like just a spoon at the end of the day.
Yeah. You need a spoon. Well,
Fork,
how else do you get liquids?
fork people like are iffy about, but the spoon, a spoon is universal. Um,
Like, I'm trying to now think of something that I can eat with a fork that I couldn't eat with a spoon. And I'm having a very hard time. Like, steak comes to mind. I could still manage with a spoon.
good. You have to just hold it in
For
place and
a
cut it.
fork is easier, I will admit. I could still manage with a spoon though.
Now, spaghetti does get harder with a spoon.
Okay, that's where we had to go. You are correct. But like other pastas like rigatoni, I can manage.
Yeah.
I can get a couple on there.
Oh yeah.
Spaghetti is, but spaghetti with the assist of a spoon is even better.
I was always so confused growing up why like restaurants at Italian they give like you a spoon and then like I was just
It
sitting
does
there
help
like,
though. It makes it easier. Get the
or
little
we should just
twirl
be like
going.
Asian cultures and slurping is considered etiquette and we could just move on
Yeah.
with our lives.
Well, that has to do with ramen and the like chemistry of eating it.
Yeah, but like I'm gonna eat my phobo and I'm just like shoveling noodles in my mouth and I'm just like
Yeah. No, I know. It's the whole like you're aerating the soup broth, and that's a whole thing. Like there's science to that.
science. Um, yeah, I I like chopsticks when I'm handed them. I use them to eat sushi and I like dip my sushi in my thing and I eat my sushi.
Yeah. The
Other than that,
whole disposable wooden chopsticks feels good too. It's like a good biodegradable option for on the go cutlery.
yeah, I think chopsticks would be nice to have around the house to do. Like I like when people do them to eat like cheesy snacks.
I have a set of them. I bought a set. I was
Doesn't
like,
surprise me.
hey, I like chopsticks. They're fine. How about we get some ones that actually fucking work and fit my hands?
Yeah,
The disposable ones are a little short usually.
save
And they're
on.
like cheap. It was like $5 for a pack of 8 or something.
There are, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Just like metal straws, those are pretty cheap.
I think I got wooden ones, but yeah.
You
But they're
have wooden
just like
straws?
no chopsticks.
Hmm. Wooden straws would get gross.
That they would.
Do you wash your wooden chopsticks
I do.
in the just sink?
No, I throw them bitches in the dishwasher
Interesting.
to get washed. The things that are in my kitchen need to be dishwasher safe, or they are tested rigorously for being dishwasher safe. I'm not a
Yeah,
big
there's
dishes guy.
now my dishwasher ends up only really being a sanitizer, not a washer.
Nah.
You put like dirty plates in, visibly
I
dirty plates, covered in sauce and or condiments.
somewhere between clean and dirty.
What I do is I
I
put
usually get most off. I'm like a give it a get some off.
like I don't use soap, but I have like a sponge and I like wipe away like the crust or any like sauces, and then like I put in this dishwasher like a visibly clean dish, and it's mostly going in there to be sanitized versus like washed.
I'm like a water rinse off kind of person.
Gotcha.
And if it's bad, I'll get a brush out kind of thing. Like
Okay.
it happens, but it's not very often that something is like, hey, that's not clean. Comes out of the dishwasher. We're talking like maybe once a month I'll find one item that has happened to.
Gotcha.
I give it a good shot to get clean.
I kind of want like we had in the Airbnb the dishwasher that had the top rack for the silverware, not the like basket.
Mm-hmm.
I'd enjoy if mine had that.
See, to me, that's like wasted space. That like wasted vertical space. Whereas like
Tall,
I don't know.
tall stuff always is on the bottom of my mind.
I know, but then like I can't fit medium stuff on the top because you took away my top space.
I feel like I don't have that much medium stuff because like I feel like I have like cups and stuff that fit up the top that are all small or fit within like the realm of the basket, and then I have
Yeah.
like bigger things that like are plates that fit on the bottom.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but okay, okay.
You
Um,
pod or like a powder or a juice kind of person for your dishwasher?
just just dump the liquid in the little liquid hole and close the cap.
Okay.
The little
I've been buying the pods lately. They seem to work pretty well.
then I put a little bit of finishing agent in
Yeah, that's.
the finishing agent hole.
I also use that, but like, if I didn't, I think my water would fuck up stuff because it's got that chewy calcium shit in it.
We have a large amount of things that are plastic that don't dry great though, like
Yeah.
Tupperware, some cups.
I don't use the heater, the heat dry thing. I just let it. I,
Oh,
I
you don't.
usually run it and open the dishwasher at night so that it dries out.
Ah, see, we run it during the day, so it just kind of needs it, or it's sitting there wet.
Yeah.
The the ceramic stuff dries. The plastic stuff as much.
Yeah.
Madeline puts her goddamn blender upside down in there, and the underside cap always fills up with water, and I have to dump it out.
Oh, yeah. I got some of them things too. I don't remember what they are, but I know. I'm familiar.
So that's my annoyance of dishwasher. Unloading the dishwasher. Where do you start?
So, I. Okay. Let's back up to what is my dishwasher first. I have a silverware tray on the bottom
Hmm.
on the right side. My sink is also on the right side. Usually, my dad helps me when I unload the dishwasher, and his job is the silverware. My silverware drawer is on the left side of the dishwasher. So, first thing is I go in, usually there's a cutting board in there, all the way on the left. You grab that, get that out of there, grab the silverware, set it over there for him. He goes through silverware, puts it away. And then I take all the plates from the bottom and stuff like that from the bottom.
Then the top.
Yeah, then the top. It's a pretty calculated effort here.
I always unload mine the same way. It's anything plate, dish, anything bottom wise. Then the silverware. Then the top rack where I try to focus like one set of cabinets at a time. So like the one
Yep,
cabinet is all the Tupperware, put all that stuff, put all like the
absolutely.
glass Tupperware in another one, then the plates and cups in the other one. But it's like
You got
always
it.
always the same way. Interesting. See, if I would have asked that with the Buffalo Boys, they tell me they unload it from like the back to front, reverse side. They dig out every like fork first, and then like move on with their life, and then they just be waiting for it. But
So
yeah,
I had a bit of a terrifying experience the other day.
indoors, outdoors,
Outdoors. Okay.
it's all bare.
I had stuff in my truck that I was taking to my basement. My basement's a daylight basement, so there's a man door down there.
I was just about to say you were like off-roading your truck to like back it into your like
Uh huh.
your yeah.
Exactly. You got the picture in your mind already. All right. So my house is ground level, and my basement is ground level. So
You're on a hill.
between the front and the back, there's a pretty big difference in grade.
Yep.
So over there, around the side of the house, there's a slope with a turn right at the bottom of it.
Mhm.
Well, My tornado backpack didn't really get too much over there as far as leaves go. So there's a lot of leaves over there. And it's been raining a lot lately. So here I go trying to like go down this hill and I realize I'm moving and I should be stopped. My foot's pretty hard on the brake. I was sliding down the hill towards a tree there and a tree there.
Burn out.
Put it in four-wheel drive so I didn't slide and dig a hole. Put it in reverse, backed back up, put it in four low, drove down. It was fine. Didn't like the brakes. No brakes allowed on the hill.
None of the, but you, how did just putting in four-wheel drive stop a frictionless surface?
It has to do with your tires always rotating instead of being stopped ever.
Yeah,
It's a very complicated thing.
you,
It makes sense. It just doesn't make sense to you. I've been there many times where slow rolling tires makes a world of difference.
okay, but they were rolling. You weren't just putting in four-wheel drive and then doing the brakes. You were just like kind of like
The
hitting the
second
gas.
time I went, I didn't touch the brakes
Okay, so you were
because I
just
put it
constant.
in four low first gear. So it was like engine braking going down the hill.
But then, did you put it in reverse at all?
So I was heavy on the brakes the first time. My tires all locked up. Every tire was locked up because there's one mud spot that was on every tire. When I stopped, like when shit built up in front of the tires and stopped, I put it into four-wheel drive, backed up. And then I like repositioned myself so I wasn't driving down the same spot and just left it in first gear, didn't touch the brakes going down.
Gotcha. Well, maybe you'll take your Leaf NATO next time and do a pack.
Yeah, I should
Probably
probably
not.
do that.
Or probably
Probably
not. Though.
not. Probably not. But I should. It's also like a wind thing. Like there are some spots where the wind just fucks up the leaves again once I leave and puts them where it feels like it.
I think the point is you're supposed to like dispose of the leaves.
Well, I don't want to be the guy that burns leaves because I hate that guy. I have
You
a
like
neighbor
mulch
that's
'em.
that guy. I don't think I could. I
Why?
think you underestimate how many leaves I deal with.
You could mulch them. Sorry,
Where
it's
do
gonna
I go
be
with the pile of mulch then?
all these garden beds you fail at growing every year.
Again, I think you underestimate the quantity of leaves I deal
But
with.
you'd have a lot of mulch. You'd have like a lot of like luscious soil to plant all these crops. Last time was just tomatoes and like peppers because everything else like died.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
zucchini
Maybe
died, right?
the zucchini never fucking no. The zucchini. I didn't plant it last year. Zucchini lives and flourishes.
Okay,
It
so that's
just
the one.
it just doesn't fucking grow zucchini because it doesn't pollinate correctly. So I gotta go out there and hand fuck my zucchini to make it grow, okay? And I don't feel like doing that. I'll buy zucchini.
Okay, so that was that issue with the zucchini, and then your corn just always falls down. I think your tomatoes always grow pretty well.
They're getting spots in the past many years, like spots that rot.
Can't you get like a chipper? Can't you like mulch chip? Can't you get like a chipper, a leaf chipper? Is
One
there
of the
not a
fancy
leaf grinder?
vacuum shredder things. I
Yeah,
guess I
like,
could.
and then you just put them in one pile, and then when the gardening time comes, and we get Farmer Bruno out like Stardew Valley wise, we fucking put on the straw hat he won in the Easter contest, and you start mulching down your flower or your garden beds so you have
Yeah,
nice luscious crops.
maybe.
I don't know.
Probably not, but
Probably
maybe.
not.
I'll
Or you
just
could put
keep
it on
blowing
like,
them into the woods.
or you could like put all that fresh like thing on those spots of grass that you can't grow because like that'll be fresh, good soil, not clay.
My grass is growing pretty luscious in my yard. Not that hill though. That hill's
Not
still a
that.
problem.
Has the other spot ever not been a problem?
No, it's pretty much always been a problem.
No, I meant like the part that is growing. Has that ever been a problem, or is it like this
Yeah,
year better than? Okay,
it's been a problem. The problem is me. I do too many things on it and fuck up the grass. Like,
maybe
I'll dig a trench to my shed to run conduit. That's a problem.
maybe you should
Grass
just
doesn't
pave
like
the
when
whole
you dig it
thing.
up. You need to start with
Don't
the driveway for that.
maybe you should just pave your whole lawn, like maybe just one big driveway.
Maybe. But then I can't dig in it. That's a problem.
Well, then you could do you could do like a whole stormwater system. You don't need a culvert at that point. You just have like storm
Oh,
drains.
I don't need storm drains. No. No drains.
Um, yeah, they came and they dumped 12 gallons of fertilizer on my yard today.
I'm trying to decide whether that's a lot or a little. I
I don't
guess you
have a
do
big
have a
yard.
little. You have a decent yard, though.
I
You
came
probably
home
have
and
more fancy grass than I do.
yeah, well, all the dandelions look kind of fucked up when I came home. Hopefully they start
Okay.
dying.
Okay.
I think my issue they've been treating. We've had like a couple treatments, like one or two at the end of last year, and then this is the second for this year. I think the issue is that the dandelions are so embedded into the actual lawn. It's gonna take a while for like the actual like
Yeah.
the ancestry of them to die.
And the other problem is they're so. They distribute their seeds pretty well.
No, the issue is my neighbor has zero in her yard. Zero.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Like her lawn looks pristine and mine like I'm looking better than some people's, but like hers having zero in them just makes mine looks worse by comparison.
They make up half my grass. I can't get rid of them.
You know you can make jam out of them.
I have heard that before. Yeah. Don't you got to pick them when they're yellow or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't pick them on their way. That'll be the gross. The last dandelion of the season.
I love that video.
um,
That's a good internet video. It's one of my
yeah.
favorites.
Funny part is she came back and does it again. Like
Yeah.
it's not the only time she's ever done that. Um, but yeah, that was. I'm getting there. I need to get an actual. I need to get an actual um a tiller, not tiller, edger.
Okay.
Because I need to dig. I need like where it's like the dirt is
Mhm.
taller than my sidewalk, and
Mhm.
there's only so much my weed whacker. I'm like been pushing it back with my uh. I've been like cutting out the edge with my weed whacker,
Sure.
but the dirt keeps like overflow. I need to like cut a trench like that not that trench,
Yeah.
but I need that like
I know
inch of
what you
space
mean.
between the lawn and the thing where I just need to like have a nice clean crisp cut line.
Mhm.
And if I had maybe a better weed whacker, I could do it. But mine's just, I really just use mine to edge. So I have just like a
Yeah.
shitty
No,
electric
I
one.
know what you mean.
So I need a bucket of poison
Excuse me?
around my goddamn AC unit. Like like a bunch of tall ass plants want to try growing, and I
You
keep
mean
cutting them
like
down
the you need weed killer.
poison.
Like okay. Sure.
Everything.
I used I used that on poison.
not 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 weeds. I want any living organic
No,
thing
yeah, I
dead.
got you. Well, I can tell you
I was thinking about
the
dumping gasoline.
I don't know if that'll work too well. The
Diesel.
weed and grass killer,
Hmm.
you won't see results for like a couple weeks. They take time. If you want to see results like within a day, you got to get the brush and poison ivy killer.
That'll get me good.
That stuff, oh boy, that's the stuff. You use it like they're concentrate bottles, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, use 2 ounces for a gallon.
No.
The brush one is like 4 to 6 ounces a gallon, I think. And it's good stuff.
What if I don't use? What if I just use the concentrate?
They're all concentrate, but like if you use the normal stuff, it just takes a while, and
What if I
sometimes
don't?
I have to
What if
spray
I
it
don't
multiple
concentrate it?
times.
What if I concentrate the whole
Ooh,
amount?
I
what
don't know. I've never done that.
if I
I
concentrate
haven't
real
experimented
hard?
with that. I will say the brush stuff, the brush and poison ivy stuff, man, it kills though. It does do its job. Like every other year, I take a walk through my backyard and look for poison ivy in the yard because it's
Hmm.
there, and I'll give it a little pop, like a little just a little spritz, you know. Man, like the next day, there's just like these dead spots all over the grass.
Oh,
I don't fuck with poison ivy though. That shit dies.
yeah. What was I gonna say? Remember
In
that tree
my
I told you about at work that they dumped a bunch of like
Yep,
raid onto like the root system to kill the like ivy going up the tree?
yep,
Yeah,
great
it's still
idea.
dead.
Yeah, I bet.
It's still just.
That's how that works usually.
I still harass the guy that was told to do it. He was told to do it, but I still like blame him and be like, "Oh man, look at that tree that you just dumped raid all around the root system." He's like, I was fucking told to do it. It wasn't me." We have 4 trees that like there's like 4 of the trees divided amongst the building, and that's the only one that just like still feels like it's the middle of winter.
Yep. It
Um,
there's a possibility that it might bounce back,
it's been
but
2 years
probably
now.
not.
No,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not looking.
probably that sounds like too long.
Not
Too
even weeds
nope.
are growing on it.
What did he do? Dump a whole bottle on it?
No, like a whole. It was the powdered shit. He dumped like
Oh
a whole like
god.
container to powdered raid
That
onto
doesn't
like
sound so good.
they mulch around the trees.
Does anything grow within like 20 feet of it?
No, because it's all the mulch area around the tree.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I don't know if I ever told you this. It's just kind of funny, and I enjoy watching them. Our grass is cut by like a Mennonite service,
Yeah.
but the Mennonites that come to cut the grass are all just women.
Okay. In
And it's just
dresses.
like, yeah, just women in dresses, like fucking
Do they have the
zero
bonnets
turning on a
on?
standing mower or like just whipping this like goddamn weed whacker
Yeah.
around. Just like Little House on the Prairie with like a 2-stroke fucking woo.
You know,
They cut,
they do work.
they do good work. Cause like our one hill is like, it's like a hill. And
Yeah.
they're like stand mowing down it as it's like, I don't know, more of a grade than I would like do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have like a ride. It depends on like the day, I guess, what equipment we get. But like if they're doing the stand one, they're like standing as they're like going down this kind of steep grade hill. But yeah,
Hey, gotta get it done.
I guess I don't know. I'm still to the point where my grass is growing too fast, and I don't want to keep raising up the mower height. So I have a bunch of extra dead grass just sitting on top in certain spots. But I don't want to rake it up because I'm lazy.
I have not cut my grass yet.
Fucking lucky,
It needs it, but I haven't.
lucky. Well, that's where I start my critical role for the week.
That's a good place for it.
Um, yeah, okay. So what you got show wise?
I've watched a couple shows. Um, I watched some slime show. Yeah, skip it. I watched Solo Leveling. That was pretty good.
Hmm.
If you want a battle shonen, good show. I know you don't want it, but it was a good one. A little short. I would have liked to see 24 episodes instead of 12. Like I just want more.
Yes.
Um, and then I watched Freerin.
I thought it was free airing.
I thought so too at first. It's not. It's Freerin. Um, it's a fantastic show. Like took the top spot, tens across the board kind of show for me.
Damn.
So I would highly suggest that one. I think you could enjoy it too if you have not seen it.
In lieu of talking about these shows, um, so all these shows are based on like books, and all these books have their own magic systems.
Yep, they do.
A lot of them have kind of cool and fun magic systems.
Yeah.
Why have no one actually made up like any like good video RPG video games based on like any of these magic systems that have been created? Or
Hmm.
are they not good and we just see like the one broken ass character that makes this magic systems good, but everything else is inherently boring and bad?
I feel like it's a good for a story system. I don't think it would be a good for a game system. Do
Yeah,
you know what
but
I
some of them
mean?
are like, oh, this is a game.
Yeah, but it's a book. It's not a game. I
Like,
don't know. I I I think a lot of them would just feel like wow that you have like 6 toolbars that you have to pick something from.
yeah, yeah. I just feel like we've never gotten a good video game based on a like on an anime, like a good one, like a big RPG
No,
one
yeah,
of
I
the
know what you
size
mean.
of Skyrim or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was my
Frieren, is, by the way, is like it's an adventure story, is what I would call it.
okay.
So it's a very story-driven show,
Mhm.
but you got like the fantasy adventure going on. It was a good. It was really good. It was a good one, definitely.
Hmm. I'll put it on a list. I feel like it's been a while. I feel like of late shows have been disappointing me.
I feel like that season, like I
It's
think
been a few seasons.
that one's been out for or been coming out for 2 because it's 24, I think.
I
Um,
I've
yeah,
been it's been a while since like a good sleeper show has come up and like got it.
I don't think that was a sleeper show because people were very excited for that.
I'm talking about it's been a while. It's been a while for me since I've seen a show as good as
You want like Red and Writ. You want another one of them that we had no idea about and it turned out to be great.
that, or I was gonna say Trapped in a Dating Sim. Like
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I feel like since those shows, like I just haven't had a like I haven't found or there hasn't been like just a good like just a good show like that. Just a random ass story that's fun. I guess right now there's the new golf one coming out
Yeah,
for English at least. But yeah, it's been a while. I feel maybe it's probably something. But I guess we got caught up with like a lot of the lull from like the post COVID times when everything kind of got like crazy.
yeah. I feel like things are kind of back to somewhat normal now.
So
Um, I'm trying
I
to look
guess
and see if I can find something that looks like it would be good.
it's been crazier forever for these types of shows. So like maybe it's just like the thing is where there's so many things going on,
Yeah,
overworked.
yeah. I don't know. I don't see anything that would be like a good
That jumps
sleeper.
out at you. See, I just
No.
think there wasn't. Maybe I just need to wait for a year or two and then it'll all catch up.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not.
There's that one racing show coming out too. The like open wheel but not open wheel cars, high speed Itole. I don't know.
Oh, I only because I just I wanna get your mind in it, but I want to pick it up
Yeah,
next week because I feel like it's a bigger topic. You watched probably like just a little bit of the Fallout show, right?
not much at all,
Just a
but
little
sure.
bit though.
Yeah,
I've been watching it.
yeah,
I think it's really good. I'm biased in the sense that I like the Fallout universe, so like I
sure.
think I would have liked anything. Um, I think it's a perfect balance of getting regular people into Fallout, but like also doing Fallout things or like doing enough Fallout things that like video game people are happy.
It's the balance of it being a show about a video game and being a show that's actually watchable. I think is what
Like,
you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, so they didn't like try to be they aren't trying to like diminish the cartooniness of Fallout.
Yeah.
Um, so it all your source material is from like a video game where everything was kind of exaggerated and
Yeah.
like the stems were like a quirky video game stem with like the big top and that like they look like that in the show and they look kind of cartoonish, but like at some point you're just like, yeah, but that's how it is in the game. But they're not trying to they don't draw attention to it, but they don't like ignore it.
They're trying to please the existing fan base while not making it an unwatchable show
And
to
I
someone
found the
new
whole
that isn't in that fan base.
yep, I found the whole show enjoyable so far and very realistic. It's weird when I'm trying to tell someone about a show. I'm like, you know Fallout, right? You don't you know the general premise of
Yeah,
the video games and stuff.
give or take. Not deep story, but yeah.
Not deep story, but you know like
Yeah,
the vaults are social experiments.
I think so. Yeah.
Like there were control vaults, and then some vaults were like, oh man, we threw a
Yeah.
hundred
Yeah.
like. So someone was asking me about it, and I'm like, I don't know what's technically spoilers, and I don't know what's like. I guess you don't know it yet, but it's not really supposed to be hidden from you because it's a thing that's just like if you have any general knowledge about this, what the series is, like it was like the vaults. I'm like, well, like oh man, they're the main characters from Vault 23 or 33, and that seems like everyone that knows the game is like, oh, what's going on here? Like they're trying to figure out what's the catch with this vault, and then you find out Vault 31, 32, and 33 are all like kind of connected to each other with paths, which is
Mm,
different than any other vault. Like
yeah.
I think they make a triangle and they can like send people between them technically.
Okay.
So then if you know the Fallout universe, you know immediately know like, oh man, th- there's gonna be something about this.
Sure.
Like
There's a quirk to every vault. Basically,
not
is what
every
you're
vault.
saying.
There are control vaults.
Sure, but
Technically,
it
Fallout
makes you
76.
think about it. You know,
Yeah,
like
technically Fallout 76 is considered a control vault because like the whole idea is just where a bunch of people are coming out of for Fallout 76 for the multiplayer world, not necessarily as quirks about that vault.
yeah. But
Um,
it's in your mind of okay, what is this vault? Is it a normal one or is it something special? So
yeah, so
what's
like
going on?
I was like, I don't like I can't tell you this is spoiler. Like obviously you like this is gonna come out as the story, and like it's not a spoiler that it's gonna. I guess it's a spoiler that you don't know anything, so I guess it's kind of like you're gonna learn that this is how the universe works. But like, is it
Sure.
spoiler to tell you the rules of a universe?
That's a line. I think it depends on the person. I think a
Yeah,
lot of people would say that's not a spoiler, and some might say, yeah, it is.
I guess it's
But
like, but it's like on a space in like a space
it's
show.
like a backstory spoiler.
It's like yeah. Um,
It's a context spoiler,
so it's like
which
in a space movie, if I like spoil all in this universe, there's like FTL travel. It's like, oh well, okay, so they're probably gonna go to other places. It's like, is that really a spoiler, or is it just like giving you context on the universe? Like,
yeah,
it's a line, but I can talk
it
about it
could
more
be.
next time because I have more to talk about that show.
Sure,
But we can end it there because we hit the time, and you know what happens when we hit the time?
I do.
Because that's all we have for this week's episode of Thursdays, All the Best Days podcast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
See you later.